probably the longest we've ever done that.
It's the same all every week.
That was over a minute, boys. We did it. We did it. Let's go. Sorry, I had to abruptly stop that. Otherwise, it would have just been like a 2 hour. Yeah, it would have been 2 hours of just this the whole time, just jamming.
We could loop it, keep it rolling.
Not today. Oh, what's up, boys?
What's up?
Oh, just partying. I got my custom-made Semi Fajoko jersey. If you missed that video, you should check it out. I pinned it on my page.
How do you party?
All day, every day.
Party hardy.
Ooh. Also, if you guys have been living on the rock like Patrick, I'm James. That's Jimothy, and that's Joe. He's the not James of the group, so he's a fraud. We're all frauds here, and I'm gonna be mean, and we're gonna double promote, but not for Joe because he doesn't post sports stuff on TikTok anyways.
No
Don't follow him anyways. It's bad mojo, It's sugar spice and everything nice, blue eyes and everything.
I just post stupid shit.
He posts more sport. He posts more sports related stuff on his girlfriend's account.
Facts.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well, we had some stuff happen this weekend, like NBA All-Star weekend.
Sure, yeah, a little bit.
I mean, Tatum won MVP, scored 55 points in the All-Star game.
Record breaking.
Broke Anthony Davis's, which is kind of cool because Anthony Davis's was just a whole bunch of dunks because they don't play defense.
I don't know. Like Giannis played like 10 seconds, dude.
LeBron didn't play after he hurt his hand. But like, is the All-Star game broken like the Pro Bowl?
They should honestly probably go to like 3-on-3s or something. Like, make it interesting. If nobody's gonna play defense, don't actually act like you're gonna play a real basketball game.
They clamped down in the last 30 seconds of quarters.
Giannis' team did.
Just go straight to NBA, a bunch of 2v2s, everyone lining up at the court. Like, just make it different, make it interesting, whatever, like the NFL did. Change it, make it different and interesting.
Yeah, do something. But I mean, congratulations to Philly. They finally won something. Matt McClung won the dunk contest. Golf clap.
Except he put on a jersey for somebody else.
That's fine. He's on the Sixers, or was. He's from Philly.
I mean,
should have been Aaron Gordon, but we won't get into that.
Didn't Aaron Gordon just refuse to do that ever again?
I don't know, but he got a perfect score and didn't win.
Well, and honestly, I don't know if you guys saw this. LeBron James was blamed for ruining the dunk contest by never participating in it.
Whatever.
Because back in the day we had MJ and Vince Carter and all the stars participating in the dunk contest, and then we got to LeBron, and LeBron's like, I'm not doing that. So then everyone else was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that either. So I mean, something fun to talk about, I guess, because LeBron has done some pretty electric dunks in game.
No, he really hasn't. As far as like dunk contest goes, no, he hasn't.
No, well, duh. No he does the high, that's about it.
So does James Harden, and James Harden isn't a freak athlete, my dude.
He doesn't even dunk, really.
I see Jamal Murray do that about 50 times.
Like,
hey.
He's no dunk contest guy.
LeBron's just not creative. It's fine. You can admit it.
Yeah, no, I have no issue with LeBron not being in a dunk contest, but I just think it's funny. Like, someone who never participated got blamed. I think it was Stephen A. Smith
He's sitting there like, what? What did I do?
Like LeBron's just like, I've never done the dunk contest. Well, that's why it was ruined. And then,
I mean, I just don't think we'll see another one as good as Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon. So I think they should just do away with it.
yeah.
I think they should just make Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon do it every year.
You know what didn't happen since last week, since the last pod?
Football
Meaningful basketball.
and football.
That starts up tomorrow. No, XFL. That's a thing now. It's football. That happened.
This way.
There is something I want to bring up about All-Star Weekend, though. Do you guys think that they should do like a one-on-one tourney? Like, I would actually watch that.
Yeah. 1-on-1, 2v2, 3v3, do them all. Why not?
But like, every player thinks they're the best ISO player in the league. Like every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're more likely to get the stars to do that than to do the dunk contest.
Like 11, 1x2.
Yeah. I think you are more likely
to get them injured, but like, yeah, well, I can get them.
And it's just a bragging rights thing.
You'd probably get more like casual fans watching too, with that sort of a competitive aspect of it.
I think that'd be more enjoyable. Like, I don't know.
NBA, we know you're listening.
Hey, we fixed the NFL Pro Bowl, so let's fix All-Star Weekend. Also, kind of have a blind side related to NBA. Just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. I heard this earlier because I've been listening to podcasts and getting more sports stuff flowing in here. Because football's over, so I mean I gotta get other stuff flowing in. If there was no 3-point line, would Steph be considered an all-time great?
Oh, see, you're like bringing in.
That's a really good question.
So if all his threes counted as twos, they were just deep twos, really, really deep twos.
Probably like in terms of NBA fans, because like NBA fans know who Pistol Pete is.
He's still shooting from the same spots though, right?
Yeah, no, everything he's done in his career is the same. They're just 2 points instead of 3.
So yeah, I think he would. Yes.
He wouldn't be up as high as he is.
Right.
But he still would be because like everybody still knows who Pistol Pete is.
That's fair.
Like Pistol Pete Maravich, like he's nowhere near the shooter that Steph is.
And if we're talking the same guy, I mean, just the way he plays the game, would really stand out to people just in general.
Yeah.
But then like my brain is thinking like, well, all those threes count as 2, so then do they win as many championships?
Yeah,
I'm just like
that's also fair.
I'm like I don't know what happens. That's a dark hole. That's a dark hole to try and go down.
You're right. I heard it and I thought about it. And I was like, oh.
Well, think about how many of like LeBron's championships came from a 3. Like you wouldn't have Ray Allen's bang.
Yeah, no, it would completely change the game.
Like that. That is a dark hole to go down.
Can you imagine if there was never a 3-point line? Just the amount of a lot of things would be so much different. Holy crap!
I don't want to talk about it.
My brain.
I want to change my blind side. I brought this up. I want to change it.
You just fried my brain. Can I bring up my blind side of LeBron averages less in his career than Jordan? Because you argued with me, and Jordan literally averages more per game his entire career. His entire career.
He's
above 30.
He's gonna make the apparently not doing the GOAT debate banner here.
Yeah. He's above 30.
We're not doing the GOAT debate though. But no, that's fine. I was literally pushing buttons. It worked.
I was just annoyed that you said he's not, and I'm like, he is though.
He's over 30 for his entire career, but didn't average 30 every single year.
You're right, but you said LeBron averaged 27, and he did not. He averaged 20 his rookie year.
You're right. He was also 18.
But that's what I was saying. I was like, you were using false stats.
You're right. I was pushing your buttons. A little payback for all the Romo years, Joe. I was just pushing buttons. It's fine.
When do I use false stats?
No, you don't. But it was just fun to push buttons. But it was just fun to push buttons. I also did want to, if we're just pointing out that, another blindside NBA related and LeBron related actually. If LeBron played college, say he went to Akron, University of Akron in Ohio or Ohio State, you think he could have won a title?
Yes, because I think he would have gone to Ohio State, and didn't they win when he would have been in college without him?
I don't know. I just because he was the best 18-year-old basketball player at that time.
Yeah.
So
like, yeah, he absolutely would have.
Is he the best 18-year-old basketball player of all time? Maybe Kareem.
Kevin Garnett, dude. Don't sleep on Kevin Garnett.
I was just throwing it out there.
Kevin Garnett went to the Olympics with the Dream Team or whatever, and he beat every single one of them in a one-on-one. Every single player.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett was that dude.
Sure.
He just wasn't allowed, because he came up in a different game. He wasn't allowed to have the ball in his hand as much as he should have. I think Kevin Garnett, he might be.
I guess we'll never know.
Another thing with the All-Star game. The popularity contest? Why was Jokic the last pick, or second to last pick?
From what I understand, they picked backwards.
Yeah, they picked the reserves first.
Yeah. They didn't pick like
it was weird the way they were picking.
Okay.
Personally.
They did pick weird. They didn't pick best available.
But Jokic dropping dimes as always. Dropping dimes, dropping buckets. Don't matter.
You're
three
potential 3-time MVP Jokic. That's what we refer to him as.
He's
could be the back-to-back MVP.
Not one, not two.
This is just the LeBron pod. This is a LeBron segment. We need the thing to say LeBron right now. Yeah, and speaking of, Jokic kind of, basically begged LeBron to pick him at that point because he didn't want to get picked last. What a crybaby! Like, what a crybaby! And then, of course, LeBron picked Kyrie, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Kyrie to LA!"
Right.
Oops. Speaking of LA, Westbrook's back on the Clippers.
Saw that. He's supposed to make his debut in the next couple of days. I saw an article earlier. It's either tomorrow or Friday.
The All-Star break ends tomorrow. We're going to have some meaningful basketball games. LeBron vowed to play all 23 games.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I agree. There's 3 back-to-backs. There's 3 back-to-backs remaining. So he said it's the most important 23 games of his career, not in the postseason.
Believe it when I see it.
I partially think it was mostly just to get Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis needs to play all 23.
I'll believe it when I see it.
For both of them.
Yep.
I think they'll probably combine for 23 total games.
They'll combine for probably 30.
They'll combine for. I would even almost say 40. I think LeBron's going to play 18 to 19 of the remaining. He's probably not going to play in any of the back-to-backs. So that's 3 games right there. So I think he'll play 19 to 20 because they need to win. They need to win. They need the games.
I'm going with the 18 or 19, and I think Anthony Davis is going to play 11 or 12, combined for 30.
Oh, I think Anthony Davis is going to play more. He has to. I think they got to get him in a rhythm. Otherwise, it's all for naught. I picked them to play the Bucks. Okay, and then Giannis got hurt. So what in the world? What's going on?
Giannis got hurt. Same with LeBron got hurt.
Yeah, what's going on? What is this?
Hurt.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I don't know anything else about NBA or basketball related stuff. What about you guys?
I got nothing on NBA anymore. That's it.
The only thing I'll say about LeBron is LeBron at 18 is better than Jordan was at 18, and LeBron at 38 is better than Jordan was at 38. The longevity of LeBron is absolutely insane.
That's fair, but I will say 25 to 33 is not even close. It's Jordan.
So for that age gap has a 2013 Heat LeBron.
And it's Jordan.
Like
he was greater at that time. LeBron lost to San Antonio, who didn't have a star.
Better team. You know why Timothy leaves? He doesn't know basketball. He knows Jokic, and that's it.
I also I love arguing this, and I always will.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But let's do this without him. Let's do this without him before he joins.
Baseball sucks. Baseball sucks. Baseball sucks. Hell yeah. But pitchers and catchers report yet?
Yeah, last week, I think. Which, like, come on, that's a thing. Everyone was practicing. They've been practicing all year long. Like, I used to be labeled as a pitcher or catcher in high school playing baseball. So, like, you know they do it. Do the same thing.
They can't though. Like, it's more regulated than high school baseball, my dude.
Nah, they definitely do. They practice all year.
They practice all year, but the managers aren't allowed to, right? So the players are probably out there, probably going through drills that the vets are, saying, let's do this, let's do that. But the manager is not allowed to.
Here's our new banner for the rest of the segment.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, wait. Hey, Bradley.
Hi.
Oh, and Shaylee can dunk like LeBron. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. But like players are running, training and everything like that. It's just the managers are not allowed to. It's the same with you already know Russell Wilson is getting coaching from Drew Brees. Heck, that might be why Joe Lombardi's not on the coaching staff yet. He might be talking to Russell Wilson. Listen, that happens in every sport.
But we need you to coach him for the next couple months, and then we'll hire you. Okay?
Yes.
You know who's not coaching Russell Wilson? His personal trainer.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
He still is though.
Hell yeah.
Just not on the Broncos.
Publicly.
Yes. Well, I mean, he's just not allowed in stadium, in the Broncos facilities. He still is.
Sean Payton came in. Sean Payton came in, said, "Nope, not in my house."
Russell who?
Who? Who?
Speaking of quarterbacks, though, did you guys see there's a Netflix docuseries coming out called Quarterback this summer? It's actually really interesting. It's Mahomes, Cousins, and Mariota. I guess they followed around last season, and it's supposed to be perspective of an NFL season through the eyes of a quarterback.
So they followed the best quarterback and two of the bottom quarterbacks?
The best, the most mid quarterback in the world, and Marcus Mariota.
They also they had no opportunity to choose anybody more exciting. They chose the most blah.
Hey, there's going to be an appearance by Kermit the Frog, man. That is ultimate superstar.
Also, Shaylee, to answer your question, it's the Cubs.
It's the Cardinals.
No, don't look. It's the Cubs.
That's Cardinals. Go
No,
Birds.
It's the Cubs.
Go Birds.
It's the Cubs.
Go Birds.
It's still the Cubs.
Go Birds.
Yes, we go for the Cubs and the Longhorns. Remember, Cubs
No,
and the
go
Longhorns.
Birds. Go Birds.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Maybe
Hey,
in another 100 years.
Hey, can we just agree that it's better than the Rockies? Can we get on that page?
Hey, listen, you guys have all these cute songs and stuff. All we say is, let's sell beer, I guess.
And trade our best players to the Cubs or the Cardinals.
I guess let's sell beer and party deck tickets.
The
That's all that
problem
matters
is
in
it's
Colorado.
Coors.
I mean, Banquet is a great beer. Like, don't get me wrong.
Instead of Busch, it's Coors.
But yeah, I can't.
Sorry,
through this.
Bradley. I can't agree with you here.
I can't with the Rockies. I just can't do it with them. Just can't.
Aren't you an Angels fan?
I am, because I refuse to root for the team that is 20 minutes down the street from me. So I'm not a big enough baseball fan to like really.
Jimothy just stands there, watches the game, and goes, "Go Trout, go Tommy, yay!"
Yay, baseball.
Isn't everybody a farm team for the Yankees?
Yeah, that's just life. You're either a farm team for the Yankees or a farm team for the Dodgers.
Pretty much.
It's just life in baseball, That's why baseball sucks.
Rizzo's in New York. There was a chance that I thought that B.O.I.S was gonna. B.O.I.S did end up in New York, just the other one.
Like at least when we had Arenado, like he was getting Golden Gloves every year and shit.
He got Golden Glove with us. What do you mean?
No, I'm saying I'm not distant. I'm not distant at all. I'm saying like we had something to root for.
Oh, I was like, he's still getting Golden Gloves.
No. He's still a guy.
What about Tulo?
What about him?
You just talking about freaking one player? You don't like any of the other?
I didn't say I didn't like Rockies players. I can't support the organization.
Okay. So you support the organization to draft good players to ship them off to better organizations while you sell beer.
No, I hope the players go and get their bag because they're not going to get it here because he's too busy selling beer and pocketing the money. I like the players. I can't support the organization.
That's fair. And this is the longest we've talked about baseball.
Still sucks.
And baseball season starts in what, a month? Spring training starts in?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The World Series is November, so baseball season's got to start because there's 100,000 games.
Wow. Baseball.
Yeah. Baseball.
I'll probably watch an inning all season. I'll catch an inning or two.
Or 3 or 4. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
I definitely throughout, 162 games?
Mm-hmm.
I will watch a full 9 innings cumulatively through the season.
Ooh.
One full game I will watch through the entire season.
You're going to watch the first inning on opening day, then like the second inning, like some mid.
No. See, here's the thing. Opening day will get 3 innings. So the rest of the season gets 6. And that also includes at least an inning in the All-Star game. So down to 5.
Does the home run derby count? Because I'll probably watch the home run derby.
That's what I was about to get to. Does that count as an inning? Does that count as a game?
If someone hits 40+ home runs in one round, it counts as an inning.
Yeah, this is legit though. There's 2 of them. That's legit. I love them. I love them too. That baseball does not suck. That should be the brand of baseball.
That's how everyone should play it. We should all have Harlem Globetrotter like baseball game teams.
Yes, I think Ohtani should be on the mound, give a little twerk, and then hit the ball. Do a little dab.
Playing Miley Cyrus. I can buy myself flowers.
I hate that song.
It's so annoying. Honestly, it's overplayed so much. You do what with the bananas? Bro, this is a kid-friendly show. That's a quarter.
Couch Potato Sports will be live tomorrow night.
Whoa. No free plugs. You want your plug, couch potato? You want your plug? You got to come on the show.
Come on the
And
show.
you can get all the plugs.
I'll send you an invite right now. Actually, I'm just going to send you an invite. Whether you join or not, that's on you.
B.A.N.N.S.
This shit is bananas.
That's quarter.
B.A.N.N.S. Let's talk a little bit of football news. Eric Bieniemy got a job.
Yeah.
Went to Washington.
You know who takes lateral moves to shittier teams? Frauds.
Eric Bieniemy. So I actually heard something kind of spicy. What if they convinced Eric Bieniemy to come to Washington because they were going to go up a little bit higher and grab that little quarterback sitting in Baltimore who's unhappy with the situation?
I think there was also possibly some promises there about the future. And post Ron Riverboat Ron, we'll just go with that. Post
Ron Rivera. Man struggled with his last name, so I threw out the nickname.
We'll just go with Riverboat Ron for podcast purposes.
Good job, Timothy.
It's tough sometimes.
I don't know. So, Bieniemy has been interviewed by 17 different organizations.
Correct.
And has not gotten a job offer. I think this is. He was signed to a 1-year contract. Like, the Chiefs just let him go.
For a lot of the time that he was in Chiefs, because it was just announced that he's been calling plays. They didn't say for how long or anything. Up until this season, it was a widely known fact that he did not call plays for the Chiefs.
Andy Reid's the brain, honestly.
Right. No, exactly. And I've also heard things about him not being a good interviewer. And I don't know. I think a lot of it is that he's a glorified game plan guy. I mean, he's not calling play. He's not calling plays. I'm not saying he can't. He very well might be able to, but from the outside looking in, that's my perspective on it.
I almost wonder if he's more like that of a guy that comes off the Bill Belichick tree, where he burns bridges. He damages relationships because the new Bears GM, like, I believe it was the Bears, like, worked with him in Kansas City and didn't even like interview him. Like, I almost wonder if he's just not a person that people like to be around. I have no merit to it. I'm wondering it. I
wonder, because I just pulled up a list of like Andy Reid's coaching tree, and there's a lot of really prominent names here. Ron Rivera, John Harbaugh, Matt Nagy, so on and so forth, Sean McDermott.
Wait,
outside of a couple of guys,
he's a prominent.
Matt Nagy is the new OC.
Yeah, he's back in Kansas City because he flamed out in Chicago.
Well, what I'm noticing here is outside. There's a couple exceptions, of course. Sean McDermott, John Harbaugh, but what I'm noticing is a lot of these guys either flamed out as head coaches, for one reason or another, or they just have a really outdated style of football. A lot of these guys have gotten fired in recent years because of their offensive styles being outdated, slow, not high scoring, so on and so forth. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, with the Andy Reid coaching tree just not having good success as of late.
Maybe.
My issue though is, I don't know if you guys seen this, like there have been offensive coordinators of the losing team in the Super Bowl. You mentioned Matt Nagy when the Chiefs lost to the Bucks. He went to the Bears. I think Nick Sirianni was also isn't he a part of the Reid tree?
I think Sirianni came most recently from the Colts.
I know, but I think he was on the Reed tree like in Philadelphia the first time.
No, Frank Wright.
Okay,
I
was
think
he
he's
part of the
also
Frank
right.
Wright tree?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all connected somewhere.
Yeah,
to
everybody's connected somewhere.
Frank Reich was a Shanahan guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but like all of these guys got opportunities, and Eric Bieniemy is. I know it's. I hate to do this, obviously, because like I don't think that's an issue, but maybe it is. Eric Bieniemy is the only black one that didn't get a job opportunity right away. He's the only one.
There are plenty of GMs that are of different ethnicities.
Oh, no.
The Bears one that worked with him, he's a minority GM. They're like, it's not that. It's I think it's something to do with the type of person he is. That he might come off a little too strong. That people don't care for his personality. He might be a genius. He might, when he gets a head coach opportunity, he might be outstanding. It's just I don't know if he's a person that people like to work with.
I mean, that very well could be it too. I mean, it could be a combination of all these things. I mean, who knows?
But my thing is like we've seen Adam Gase get a job because he coached Manning. We've seen Matt Nagy get a job because he coached Mahomes. But it's like and instantly though, and then they flame out, and then we've seen like maybe it is just his personality, and that's kind of what I think it is. But
well, to give credit where credit's due, Todd Bowles and Leslie Frazier were both came out of his coaching tree as well.
Were they?
That comment though, and I chuckled when I read that.
Where's Todd Bowles and Leslie Frazier at? Frazier's in.
They both
Buffalo,
flamed
right?
out, but they got opportunities right away.
I forgot. You love Adam Gase. That interview with the.
Yeah.
Well, Todd Bowles he's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach.
And since we're talking about minority head coaches, can we talk about how Miami just getting rid of Brian Flores for no reason was just stupid? Can we do that?
I mean, what's there really to talk about at this point? Yeah.
I mean, technically, Mike McDaniel is a minority coach because he's half, but let's just rag on the Dolphins.
But
I've given her enough crap. I shouldn't.
I almost wonder though if he was just not personable as well, that they just got sick of working with him.
It's potentially, but it's something I guess we're never gonna know until we see Bieniemy as a head coach again, because he didn't he have an opportunity? I don't know, in college or
He was the OC for CU.
okay, which we like CU now, right?
Yeah,
I love CU,
but it went horribly. He could very well be a genius, and he could turn into a great head coach. I'm thinking it's probably he comes off a little brash and
Potentially, yeah.
rubs people the wrong way.
Okay. I don't disagree with it. It's just like when you see it's I think it's more you see these guys who get the jobs and they flame out horrendously. And then it's like, well, Eric Bieniemy has been to 5 straight AFC Championship games. What's the deal here?
It's always the guys that blow you away in the interview that are the ones that flame out right away.
You're right. Sometimes you gotta blow to get to the top. Like
how many quarters you looking to spend tonight?
I think at this point we all just gotta drop. We all just got a 3-way split, a jersey, and do a giveaway.
Maybe we should do something at like say 1,000 followers on TikTok.
Ooh. And I don't even know technically if like it would be a fair 3-way split because I know for a fact Jimothy is the most, and you're a close second, Joe. just like the picks from the regular season.
Hey, I'm talking
I don't know.
Okay?
Most of my quarters come from doing this. Most of mine come from me
Just
not
having
saying
that hat on
anything.
alone for multiple episodes. I think that Garnish is your third right there.
Well, okay. Well, there's more football though. XFL boys, it's football.
Let's
Did you guys catch?
go.
Did you guys catch any of the highlights or anything like that? Did you see some of their crazy rules?
Yeah.
Just the fact that Paxton Lynch is.
I also heard
everywhere.
people arguing the 4th and 15, and I'm just like, no, don't do it.
So
You mean
I
putting
like
it in
the
the
idea
NFL?
of it. I like the idea of it, but not a 4th and 15. For me, it would have to be like a 4th and 25, 4th and 30. It'd have to because
It's got to be harder. It's
4th
definitely
and 15. Like you're asking for Mahomes to have the ball 4 or 5 times in a row.
yeah.
Like Joe
Might as
Burrow.
well make it take it.
You can
Make
name
it
a
take it at
handful
that
of,
point.
Yeah.
a handful of quarterbacks that are going to convert that 4th and 15 at a 50% mark. You know,
Yeah, especially with
that's way
the
too high.
flags and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times are you going to see at the end of the day just throwing it up just to try to get that flag?
Exactly.
Or calling a couple crossers over the middle, hoping someone bumps someone where they shouldn't.
The only way. So I was thinking about this when I was listening to a podcast. I was bringing it up. The only way I'd be okay with it is if you have a limit as to how many times you can do it in a game.
Like you can only do it twice, like challenges or something.
Like challenges, yeah.
Like you can do it twice throughout the game.
That's the only time I would be okay with it. Is you have to limit it because otherwise it just.
Or you can only do it when losing. Like you can't be up 2 scores and do a surprise onside kick.
I don't know. I don't like going that far.
I will.
It's good for the gander. I like the 2
It's
thing.
it's too easy. I think 4th and 15 is significantly easier.
If they do it, I'm on board with the 2 thing, but it still has to be at least a 4th and 25.
Only able to do it in the second and fourth quarters.
See, even then I don't like it because
just give them a pink flag or a green flag or something. Give them 2 of them. Put in your pocket, in your shoe, or whatever. You do it twice a game.
Yeah, I think
twice a game.
I think limiting it is the only way that I'd be okay with it.
Do you see?
And I hate the 3-point.
That's what I was gonna say.
I hate that one.
I was gonna say, did you see the comeback? They did that. They converted the 4th and 15,
Mm-hmm.
And then they converted a 3-point conversion.
They were down 2 possessions going into
the
final 2 drives.
It was the St. Louis Battlehawks were losing 15-3 to the San Antonio Brahmas with a minute 30 left in the game. Scored, converted the 3, converted the 4th and 15, and scored again. Like, and AJ McCarron is the quarterback of the Battlehawks. In case you wanted to know that. So, like, crazy. Like, they didn't need the 3-pointer to win that because they still converted the 4th and 15. But I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I don't like the 3-point play, and I think a 4th and 15 is just too short, and you got to limit it somehow.
It's fun to look at though. It's fun to excuse me. It's fun to like watch, but it's like
The best part of the weekend for me is 2 things because I just realized one of them. First one being that Paxton Lynch didn't get his college and professional football number. He lost it to his backup, but he also got benched, so it's no longer his backup.
He also is the only quarterback to be fourth professionally. He's been benched.
Thanks, John Elway.
And Jerry Jones had a freaking Viagra for this guy. He was 4. If you've had one for longer than 4 hours, please call a doctor. Like, Jerry Jones was raging.
Mm-hmm. God, I wish we wouldn't have drafted him. You could have ended up with that shit show. Anybody else, not even just the Cowboys, just anybody else. That was horrible from day one.
Also, since we're talked about the Cowboys. Oh, I want to pick XFL teams, but since we did bring up the Cowboys, I heard something else that was kind of crazy that I didn't love, but I also didn't hate. Apparently, reports came out that Dallas is really interested in CJ Stroud. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I did not. I thought you were going a different direction there. I saw an article earlier about a different player.
And how the last, I want to say, 4, 5 teams that were in the Super Bowl had a good quarterback, got rid of them in one way or another, whether they traded or drafted someone else. Like the Chiefs had Alex Smith. Alex Smith was good. They drafted Mahomes to replace him. The Rams had Jared Goff, went to the Super Bowl, got rid of Goff, got Stafford, won the Super Bowl. Eagles had Wentz, got Hurts, and who else was there? There's another one in there. Well, Burrow. I don't think Burrow counts. But so you get my point. It's a young quarterback on a rookie deal, and then they build around him. So they're saying that the Cowboys are good enough, but Dak's making too much money. So maybe they can trade him and probably Zeke and some draft capital and stuff like that for that number 2 or pick. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work.
My problem with that is because people are saying they're good enough now with the roster they have, right?
Yeah.
Dak's already being paid.
No, that's the point. So
that's the problem I have with that. I know where you're going with it because that is like the way of success, quote unquote, in the NFL as of late.
Jimmy G's the other one. They went to the Super Bowl, then they got Trey Lance Brooks' leg, and now they got Brock Purdy. So
right.
But
I guess what's the theory behind it, but the problem with the Cowboys is they don't need to cut that roster spot or that salary cap hit is what I'm saying in order to get to that point.
Also, what was Dak's best statistical year?
I don't know.
His rookie season. They went 13-3. They had older Des Bryant. They had some weapons. Terrence Williams, Jason Witten was still there. Like they were able. Now Dak's got paid. Like the Chiefs are the outlier in paying your quarterback and then winning the Super Bowl in recent memory.
Rams had Stafford. Pats had Brady. Tampa had Brady.
But they weren't paying him Mahomes money. Is what like they weren't top 5 paid in the league.
Okay, but Mahomes just broke the record of what your quarterback's like making percentage of the salary cap, and it's like 16%, and it was only like 2% higher than Peyton Manning. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he's like, it's I don't know. I guess it's not wrong. Like with the Eagles drafted Hurts, and then they just traded for everybody who they're apparently going to lose everybody on defense to free agency.
It's not wrong, but also I saw a better statistic. Go look back at like the Super Bowl winners. How much they've paid running back?
Not a lot. I know that one.
Like
not a lot.
I think that's the biggest problem is that you guys have Zeke as a top 5 paid running back. Well, that takes away from paying a second wide receiver, getting middle linebacker, getting another defensive lineman.
There's so much Cowboy stuff that I've seen that I want to talk about, but I don't want to do a whole hour of Cowboys talk.
Also, getting CJ Stroud, like you have to move up with probably the Colts to do it.
Yeah,
probably 5 because Bryce Young's going 1, or Bryce Young's going first, and
you doubt the Bears are going to draft a quarterback, but it's the Bears.
So like you're probably looking around 4 to get CJ Stroud. I would say the higher likelihood is like Anthony Richardson, who's going to show out at the combine.
Yeah, from Florida.
He's going to show out. He's going to look so good, and he's going to get overhyped, and it's going to be a travesty.
The mock I saw today had him going first out of the quarterbacks.
Gross.
Number 1?
Yeah,
Gross.
it was CBS. They released a mock today. I forget who it was that released it, but yeah, they had him not 1 overall, but first quarterback. I think it was 2 or 3.
Number 1 overall is going to be a quarterback.
No, it's not.
They didn't have it at number 1 overall. They had,
Number one's the Bears.
yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
believe they
right.
had
You're
an
right.
edge
The
rusher
Texans
or a
gapped
key
it.
lineman.
So then
Yeah.
the number 2 is going to be a quarterback.
Right. Yeah, I think it was number 2, but first quarterback off the board.
Doesn't he
I-
have like a sub 60 completion
Before.
percentage?
I
believe
I,
it's like 56, dude.
I
Like,
completely
no.
spaced that the Texans won their last game and lost the number 1 seed. Because who does that? You have the number 1 seed and you gap that.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if Jerry Jones falls in love with Will Levis, because that is Paxton Lynch to a T.
Oh,
He
yeah.
even has the blue jerseys.
Sorry,
Well,
they had this mock had the Colts trading up to 1 and taking Anthony Richardson. And Bryce Young going too. This is Chris Trapasso.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither. CBS.
Don't know who that is. If it's not Mel Kiper or Todd McShay, I ain't listening.
This guy's draft is wild. Holy crap.
What are we doing? Like,
The Cowboys are going to get Leon Sandcastle.
He's got the Raiders taking a wide receiver, so that's actually a pretty good draft.
Is he a fast wide receiver?
Hey now. It is 7th overall though. I believe that was the same pick. Pretty positive.
I swear, if Anthony Richardson goes 1, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Joe's going to boycott the NFL.
I'm gonna lose. Like, I understand Bryce Young is small. Like, I get it. But if you want to draft somebody other than Bryce Young, you draft C.J. Stroud.
We'll see
Anthony
what happens.
Richardson is insane.
Daniel Jeremiah has Jalen Carter, D tackle out of Georgia, going 1 to the Bears, and then Bryce Young at 2.
Have you guys seen the list of receivers that are linked to potentially come to Dallas?
No.
DeAndre Hopkins is one of them. Stephon Diggs is another.
Are we just playing, dreams? Dream state?
It's what was it was just said. It was just out, and Diggs said it out loud. I don't know if you saw that interview about how he grew up. He grew up being a Cowboys fan. He's always wanted to play with his brother. It's if it happens, it's going to be when his contract expires with the Bills. It's not going to be before that.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there is a trade this offseason from him. I don't know. I just got.
And of course, OBJ. Of course, that talk's coming back. Odell Beckham. That talk's coming back. We've been having that talk since like late October, early November.
Michael Thomas talk has been ramping up too.
I heard Michael Thomas to the Cowboys too. They're just trying to get a number 2.
See, there's a lot of people saying.
But they already paid. They already paid Gallup. They already paid Gallup.
Receiver.
Yeah. Let's move on from Cowboys talk because that's all we talked about. XFL. None of us have a team. We got to pick one. So before we went on air, obviously, I read the list of names. Joe has a team based off the names. No, it's not Dawson Knox. Sorry, not today. Next time. And I'm wearing your pants. Anywho.
I don't wear pants. Let's stand up and just get some cheeks. Oh, yeah.
But anywho, I have a team based off of certain players and stuff like that. And I know Jimothy has a team, but I'm curious to see how aligned we are.
My team, I have one reason only. Wade Phillips, Houston Roughnecks. Know nothing about the team other than I looked up the roster about 10 minutes before the show, and they have Max Borghi, who was on the Broncos for a little bit this season, so that's cool. But yeah, Wade Phillips, Houston Roughnecks, my team. Although I really like the Brahmas too. That's a really cool name.
That is a sweet name. But they also just blew a 15-3 lead in a minute and 30. But also, you just brought up Wade Phillips as the defensive coordinator. Who do you guys want for Denver? Rex Ryan or do you want
Rex
Fangio back?
Fangio, I think he officially signed with the Dolphins.
Did he?
Right now, there's rumors that the Broncos are interviewing or interviewed Matt Patricia, which that doesn't excite me.
As defensive coordinators, it should. Just defensive coordinators, not coaches. Just defensive coordinators.
I don't know.
They interviewed Vance Joseph too.
Yeah,
That's Vance Joseph, because he was the head coach of the Broncos, right?
Yes.
That's who I was thinking of, not Fangio.
Vance Joseph's defenses every year. There's one line that comes to my mind that people always say about his defenses year in and year out. They're better than what you saw on paper, or they're better than the numbers show. And his defenses are consistently bottom 10 in the league. And I just don't understand where all the Vance Joseph love comes from. You know, he's leader of men when he was coming from the Dolphins, and they had the 25th ranked defensive backfield. Like, I don't understand the Vance Joseph stuff. When he was here, our defenses were all right, but Rex Ryan, he tickles me a little bit more. You know, really put my foot down for Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Really put my toes in the water. You know?
I put my foot down for Michael Parsons. So
well, why wouldn't he want to go to Denver? It's 5,280 feet.
You got it.
I got it too. I don't know if you saw the interview with Michael Parsons.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Michael Parsons, they're like, say something weird about you, and he's like, I like feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's when it all came out, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Both of the defenses worry me a little bit, to be honest. They're more blitz heavy defensive schemes two that I'm hearing the most about between Vance Joseph and Rex Ryan.
That definitely worries me about Rex, especially when it comes to playing Mahomes twice a year. You're gonna have to figure something else out there.
Rex also hasn't had a top 10 defense in a decade, probably.
Yeah, but he was a head coach during all this time, wasn't he?
Yeah, no. But when he went to the Bills, they were like a top 5 defense, and then he burned them to the ground. So I worry is all.
Yeah.
Like, I love the aggressiveness, but it worries me. I don't know. There was a young kid that's like got his PhD that they interviewed. He was rumored for the Eagles or the Broncos, and I kind of want him. He's a younger guy. Can't think of his name. It's a weird name.
But Rex Ryan really intrigues me because like a lot of the traits we are looking for in Sean Payton as our head coach, Rex Ryan has a lot of those similar traits. I'm not going to say all of them, of course, but that's another guy that can really help turn this organization towards the right way. You know, Rex, I mean, I know his defenses they weren't great as a head coach. When he was a D coordinator, they were always pretty good. The thing I keep coming back to, though, is the man brought Mark Sanchez and the Jets to 2 AFC championships.
Beating Tom Brady both times.
And, like, that is just impressive as hell to me.
Lost the Roethlisberger. That's confusing, but, you know.
The thing the way I think of it is I'm expecting Sean Payton to turn the offense around. Maybe not right away, but I'm expecting him to turn the offense around. And if this man can have an average or slightly above average defense with a good offense, but also have head coaching characteristics to really solidify these guys out on the field, what a lot of our problems have been these last couple of years of, you know, penalties and bonehead mistakes, not knowing plays. A guy like Rex Ryan, he doesn't stand for that. That doesn't fly with him. And that's something that really intrigues me with him.
Sorry, I only put emphasis on the I because we've got NFL, XFL, NFL, XFL.
So. The part that worries me is, like, look at the linebackers, right? At middle linebacker. When he's had a top 10 defense, he had Ray Lewis, and he had, Davis for the Jets?
DeMario, yeah.
So here's the thing I was going to bring up too. If we get Rex Ryan, We need to go get Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah.
If only you guys had a player like Chubb.
Well, Chubb's not a middle linebacker.
How many sacks did he get for the Dolphins rest of the season? I think he had one his first game and then none.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Chubb.
Bro.
But
That's why he didn't get a 5th-year option. That's why he's not in Denver. Played 25 games over 4 years.
and like
So
on Rex Ryan's spectacular defenses, like Haloti Ngata, Terrell Suggs, Trevor Price, Ray Lewis, Ed
Darrell
Reed.
Trevor Price, what a name.
Darrell
Like,
Revis, Antonio Cromartie.
Those were dudes. And I heard a stat. Okay, this is way too much Broncos. We had 2 first-round picks playing on defense last year. Can you name them?
I'm sorry, I
What was the
was
question?
reading a comment. I'm so sorry.
The Broncos had 2 first-round picks playing on defense. Can you name them?
The
Last season, as starters, we had 2.
one of them was PS2.
Yep.
Simmons?
Nope.
No, Simmons was a second rounder. I'm going around the defense, man. Yeah. Ooh.
Those were only 2 first-round picks on defense. Like, I love our defense. I love Simmons. Randy Gregory's got, potential to wreck a game on occasion.
He has
DJ Jones
he's a high ceiling. He has a really high ceiling.
Yeah, really high.
Really high.
DJ Jones, spectacular run stopper. But like, we have the San Antonio Spurs of a defense. We play really well together, but like, where are the stars? And Rex Ryan only has good history with stars. So that's my main concern there.
Yeah, there would definitely need to be a philosophy change, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But George Payton seems to be pretty balanced in the way he drafts, and we're still young into his GM tenure. So maybe we just defense needs. Obviously, there's holes. The defense needs time to kind of fill those holes, but hopefully if Rex Ryan comes in, he's the type of guy that put his foot down to draft some defensive players. So that might be the added benefit there is he's not a guy that is new to the game that's going to kind of. And I'm
gonna be honest. If Dan Quinn did end up leaving Dallas, which I'm glad he didn't, Rex Ryan would be great to go with Micah Parsons. They'd have something to talk about every day. Doesn't matter whether you win by a foot or an inch.
So we're making fun of Rex Ryan a little bit. Did you know Rex Ryan has a tattoo of his wife only wearing a Mark Sanchez jersey?
Yes.
That's all she's wearing in the tattoo. Rex Ryan, he is
he's eccentric.
He is an interesting human being.
You know why he had the Mark Sanchez jersey on? Cover everything but the feet. Oh, actually, you don't want Rex Ryan because he'll probably lose because he likes defeat.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we need to get our feet out of our mouths and talk about the XFL.
Yes, absolutely. We already talked about the cool stuff. So, Jimothy went with I don't even remember.
Roughnecks.
The Roughnecks. Hold your tongue and say that.
I don't want to.
Hold your tongue. So I'm just gonna pick my team. My team is led by former Dallas Cowboys quarterback who quarter quack. I don't know English. And he has his Gucci on. Ben DiNucci, the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Oh yeah.
With a wide receiver who has a high ceiling, Josh Gordon. And guess what? The XFL doesn't test.
They encourage.
They're set.
Actually.
They're set. Ben DiNucci. Gucci. They Gucci.
Josh
Gucci
Scoles
Danucci.
He's gonna go nuts.
See, yup. You picked your team based on a coach. You picked your team based on a player. I picked my team based on a Twitter interaction between the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Louis Battlehawks. Birds fly together.
Well, are we Sea Dragons fans together now? Cubs, Longhorns, Sea Dragons.
I almost changed my team before the show to the Arlington Renegades because Kyle Sloter is their starting quarterback.
Also,
Mine was just because of a Twitter interaction.
It's valid.
it's valid. So we all got teams. We'll have to do like
We
weekly
all have opposing teams.
opposing teams. Hey,
First.
My team pulled off a down 3-15 comeback with rules I do not like.
a minute and a half left. Let's go. You gotta learn the Go Cubs Go song so you can sing it for Joe. Just YouTube Go Cubs Go. You'll get it. Very catchy. Starts with baseball season's underway.
We absolutely thrashed the Guardians 33-12.
Yeah, that's the Guardians.
Yeah, and Paxton Lynch was starting.
Yeah. That was Paxton Lynch, man.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna
He's
take
been
him
benched in
week one
4
of the new
leagues.
league.
Is that another reason why you picked your team? Because they benched Paxton Lynch.
That's actually
Like-
just a really strange coincidence, but I'm really glad it happened.
I don't know if the Sea Dragons won.
I just had to look mine up.
They played the DC Defenders. Let me
Pretty sure
check.
they won that game by like 2 or 3 points.
Ben DiNucci threw 54 times.
Oh,
Jesus.
let's
They
go. Ben.
they lost. They lost 18-22. It was a good fought game. It's okay.
Hard fought game till the end.
What's it like losing? You
Yeah,
can't
we're
pull
gonna
off the minute 30 comeback?
You're a loser.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Can't pull off the minute 30 comeback? Jeez.
There's like
Of course,
10
the
games
Bucs
in the
are
XFL.
You know what?
there's
It's fair. You're a Cubs fan. You're used to losing for a decade or a century.
I mean, more recent ring than the Cardinals.
That's fair. Fair.
Jimmy, we will be facing off in week 5, March 16th.
You're going down.
And then April 1st, me and you, Joe.
For fools.
He just said that so he could say April Fools. Ooh, Joe, you're going down next week. We don't blow 12-point leads in a minute and a half.
Just so you know, no lead is safe. We got Tom Brady on our side. Down 28-3, we still win in that game.
I hope either the Sea Dragons or Battlehawks, I don't really care who, I hope one of them just do not give the ball to the other team the entire game.
Yeah, just go for it. 4th and 15, why not? I don't know who my quarterback is. Oh, yeah, it's A.J. McCarron. He's already proven he can do it. Don't give him the ball.
Everywhere he's gone but the NFL, that man is a winner.
Don't give him the ball.
Ben DiNucci. It's Gucci. It's all Gucci with DiNucci. It's all Gucci with DiNucci. We'll figure it out.
A.J. McCarron.
McCarron these nuts.
You'll see me dragging these nuts across your face.
Oh!
You see dragons?
Well, that's a good time to do everyone's favorite segment.
Oh,
wait! Don't do a song.
Okay, you do it then. Hold up,
I played this one for Joe yet.
Cheers, boys. Happy Wednesday. It's been a good one.
Hump day.
What is the song?
What the heck are you playing for me?
That was not the right one.
Also, he's just like this.
I meant to show you that one before the show, but didn't.
What are you? What are you doing?
What are those?
Does everybody else have their beers?
Oh yeah,
All right, cheers.
definitely.
This snowstorm sucks.
Man, you owe us a quarter.
So, no lead is safe. We gonna beat the Sea Dragons. Let's go.
Emphasis on the I because that was like 5 minutes of Joe, not 5 seconds.
We gonna beat the Sea Dragons. I might have to watch that game. I couldn't watch the Broncos all year.
Benvenuti.
I hope he gets folded in half like the Jets QB.
Hey, you have a rivalry, Joe. Wasn't it the Brahmas who blew the lead?
Yeah.
Can I say that?
I mean,
Is it really
Joe's in
rivalry when you lose like that though? It's getting bad.
he's in a split. Like they don't even know. She likes the Cubs. Like I'll take a great influence.
Cup down.
What?
Oh, it's Chicago thing, I guess.
Any breaking news?
North Carolina is down 17-25 versus Notre Dame.
Also, we got March Madness coming up. Are we gonna do a bracket or just pick random Final Fours? Or
I've got a guest coming on for March, and I think we will do a bracket.
that is definitely not breaking news, but that's foreshadowing. But that works.
DK Metcalf getting a random drug test after going beast mode in the All-Star game.
No, and that commercial, which was obviously fake. It was like that. Didn't Kobe Bryant do a commercial like that where he jumped over a car?
Yeah, I think he had to jump over the car though.
Huh?
Kobe's no fraud. He jumped over that car.
Sure. All right. Well, let's do our second installment with Joe
Hi, Joe.
of the
What's up?
anti-draft.
I gotta pull my list up.
Messing with my head, putting me in the middle here. Confused.
Let's play this song again. I feel like Santino Morella. I feel like a snake's gonna come out of nowhere.
Santino
What
Marella.
do you want to see come out of nowhere?
All right. So this anti-draft. Me and Jimothy know the topics. Joe does not. We're gonna be drafting, and Joe's gonna draft.
I already have my first pick set in stone.
Trying to draft based on what we say. So who do we want to start this? You want me, Jimothy, or you?
You take the lead.
Okay. So in previous drafts, we've gone a little crazy. We've picked these great players like Brady and Manning and Gronk, but we never talked about the siblings. So give me former great Cowboys fullback, baby Gronk, Chris Gronkowski.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that rolling. I love the energy. Give me Dan Gronkowski.
Ooh. Sibling rivalry. There's like 8 Gronks. You know that?
Yeah, I actually played high school football against one of them.
So if you guys want to play along in the comments and guess what,
I don't even know who. I don't even know. Like I know the fullback. I don't know who Dan is.
I think
Dan
he was
was
a
a tight
fullback
end.
too. Oh, was he a tight end?
Tight end fullback.
Where did he play?
Broncos.
Did he?
He played for 4 teams, I think, but longest tenure was the Broncos.
He was like one of those guys who were just kind of there. He was one of the 53, but
he came in like twice a game.
he was like the third tight end in the tight end package.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Very far inside tight end.
Well, I already said what my pick was. Dwayne Wade. I had my pick coming in, but before we even hit it, still no idea what the draft is, so I'm sticking with it.
You know what? That's fine. You know what? I like that. Ooh, Janikowski. Okay. Batman's playing around. Oh no, I forgot to mention our rule. Obviously, can't write it down.
Right.
You know what? We talked about him earlier. We talked about him getting benched. He's not benched on this. Give me Paxton Lynch.
Hey, great. Hey, you know what? A guy for my pick, a guy who at one point in time was the product from quarterbacks being not benched, but not allowed to play. Philip Lindsay.
Joe is flabbergasted right now. I'm not gonna lie, I love the Dwayne Wade pick, obviously, because it's Wade. But I'm really sad you didn't change it up to get Gronk. Or one of the other random brothers.
I'm so confused. As to what
that's so long because there's so many I want to pick.
Yeah, I know. I hope I don't steal one of yours.
That's all right. I got plenty.
I know I have the same list.
I know.
Just so you know, Joe, this was not rehearsed at all. We're actually picking.
We legit came up with this about 3 hours before.
We're picking from the same list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick another basketball player, Penny Hardaway.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yes, he is. we at this point we should just do anti-draft with Joe. I think those are the best ones. Okay. You know what? We passed on him previously in other drafts. I gotta take him here. The man, the myth, the legend, who won a tournament for Sports Nation to be on Madden. Give me Peyton Hillis. Thank you. What he did after that, I have no idea. But you know what? He's on Madden forever.
Actually, real quick, Peyton Hillis is making a great recovery.
Oh yes, you're right. He had the kid.
I believe I read he was making a full recovery at this point, but I know he's on the road to great recovery. But
yes,
you said the man, the myth, the legend, and I'm not going to let you call someone else the man, the myth, the legend, because that title belongs to Tim Tebow, and that is my pick.
What the fuck is even happening here?
I think I'm going to take this time to go ahead and Tebow.
Give me Cody Latimer.
I like that.
I like it. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad. I like your guess. I like your guesses down below, but I haven't seen the right one yet. Okay, so what is this? Pick 4? Okay, let's
Round
see.
4, yes.
I'm thinking. You know what? He's one of my favorite players ever. a Longhorn great, Kansas City Chief great, Jamal Charles.
If we're gonna just throw some favorites out there, I got to go with one of my favorite receivers of all time. One of them. He makes the list. Me Sunshine, Jordan Taylor.
Sunshine on a cloudy day.
Evan Mathis.
I don't know who that is, but
That's actually a really good pick too.
I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. But
Guard, played for the Eagles and the Broncos.
okay, don't know who it is. Still, um, I'm looking at this last one right here. Hmm. You know what? I started this with the Cowboys running back. Fullbacks or running backs. We can argue with a wall, I guess. Um, Give me Tony Dorsett. Why not? Tony Dorsett.
Oh, let's see. All right. So many to choose from here. Let's go with a guy who led to one of the greatest defensive players in Broncos history, Clinton Portis.
That's where I thought you were going to go with that pick, but I like it. And no answers have been correct yet. I love the guesses though.
Some on the right direction.
Yeah, you're on the right track.
I'll say that. There's a couple guesses on the right track.
We're looking for a very, very specific answer. But you guys are on the right track.
Oh gosh. Orlando Franklin.
There
I
you
know
go,
him.
my guy.
I know him. All right. Do you want us to pick more picks, or you think you have an idea?
All I know is, other than the first pick, because I don't know if Chris played for him, but they all played for the Broncos, and they all didn't have very long times at the Broncos, to my knowledge. I'm like trying to think. That's why I started going Cody Latimer. But like rounds and like how acquired were all different. So it wasn't like drafted players, because Philip Lindsay was undrafted. Rounds never stuck similar.
I think we should give him a couple more and see if he can really lock it down.
Okay. So with my next pick, just to cement it, just let's ride. Give me Russell Wilson.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go with a ride previous of Russell Wilson. That was not a fun ride. Teddy Bridgewater. I think Russell Wilson threw him off.
I'll give you a high ride.
Let's keep going.
Randy Gregory. The high ride.
Yeah, I went with a running back in my round 5. Let's go with another one. I mean, Willis McGahee.
Willis McGahee was that dude.
He was.
I mean,
there was quite a few. There was a handful of years where he was.
With Baltimore, I remember he broke my heart because Dallas.
It's something to do with the amount of years. I'm just so freaking confused as to what. Because none of them are lifetime Broncos.
Keith Brooking.
What?
Case Keenum. Chris Sims. Tommy Maddox. Vernon Davis.
Yeah, none of them are lifetime Broncos. I understand.
Ron Dane.
I understand.
Simeon Rice.
I understand what it is. They're all also offensive players. Like
We said Ty Law.
Simeon Rice.
Oh, I didn't hear Ty Law.
Actually,
I would think that was his second. Didn't you say Ty Law was your second pick?
no, I did it just now in the honorable mentions. I just realized we didn't do any
Oh,
offensive players during the.
You did all offensive players.
oh.
You did all Broncos, or sometimes the Broncos. Paxton Lynch didn't get a
Cowboys
second
players.
chance. They also all played for the Broncos.
That's not my fault.
So, and it was.
You're such a dick.
Tony Dorsett was the greatest TD to ever play for the Broncos.
No, he wasn't. They played for other. Well, did Paxton Lynch, does he count? Did he ever actually suit up for another NFL team?
I don't know. Did he?
I don't think he did.
I think he did for the Steelers. No.
No, I don't think he did. One thing we know for certain is he was benched. Here, I'll look it up for you, Joe.
I'm looking it up right now. No, he never suited up for another team. He was on like 5 other practice squads though.
He was on Seattle's offseason. He was on the Steelers. It doesn't say he was like.
He doesn't have any recorded games. He didn't dress for any games with any other team.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of them were drafted.
Oh,
some of them were,
gross.
some of them were undrafted.
Joe,
some of them were drafted by the
Broncos.
Broncos.
Share the same birthday, just 1 year
What?
apart. You and Paxton Lynch share the same birthday, just 1 year apart.
Really?
Mm-hmm. February 12th, 94.
He's the 17th.
Mine's
bro.
the 17th.
Oh, I'm sorry. My coworker Taylor is also.
I share with Case Keenum.
And
my coworker Taylor's the 12th.
Don't you have Ed Sheeran too?
Yeah. And Michael Jordan.
We
and
definitely
Larry the Cable Guy.
We've figured this much out. It's something to do with the Broncos. That's what we're dissecting here.
And it's something to do with like not lifetime Broncos.
I'll say this.
Well,
no, I won't. Sorry.
Technically, if Paxton Lynch hasn't suited up for any other professional team, he's a lifetime Bronco.
Technically, yes.
Technically.
Not numbers.
We also didn't draft people like DeMarcus Ware or Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm. Or Brian Dawkins was not part of this draft. He would not have been drafted either.
But you did say Russell Wilson, so that's why I'm like.
Correct. Did say Russell Wilson. But we didn't say Terrell Davis. Who else could we have said? Maybe Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp.
Is
that I don't know how I don't maybe
Shannon Sharp only really left for a season, maybe 2. And Rod Smith was pretty much a career Bronco.
Yeah. So it's Paxton Lynch. I mean, if you want to get real technical, Tebow kind of was too.
Joe, I'll give you a slight hint. There was a point in time when you were trying to figure this out. He's right. Dead nuts on the right direction.
I'm pretty sure your picks were valid too.
One of them was.
One of them for sure was valid.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually
I looked him up at the few that I knew were close.
Only his last pick was right on.
No.
His second to last pick. That's his second to last pick.
Evan Mathis was correct. I'll give you that.
Evan Mathis was correct, but not Cody Latimer.
Nope. Cody Latimer was close.
You're on the right track. We could literally just draft like ice cream flavors. You know what sounds good?
I'm not gonna I've guessed. It's something to do with Broncos in amount of years and playing for other teams or busting or something like it's something to do with the amount of years, and it's something to do with being a Bronco. I can't narrow it down, but it's something to do with that.
Let's give it to him. Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right, so it is they play for the Broncos, specifically under 2 years.
2 seasons.
Yeah, it was
So
something to do with the amount of years.
2
we had
seasons of games played.
We did 34 games total. So either or would have been, if you would have said under 30, 50
games. We did it with 17 games. So
17 games.
Cody Latimer doesn't count then too?
No, I just counted up. He had like 46.
Really?
He played for us for 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm. So we raised it to 34 games total. So that was our list to pick from. I think
Evan Mathis was correct. He played for us.
He had a season.
Games, 12 games started.
And then Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins was over by 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
He played for the Broncos for 3 seasons, but he actually played in, I think it was 37 games.
Yeah, so that's why we had to.
I figured out. Okay. Yep. No. I figured out why Cody Latimer's wrong. He got special team snaps, which count as playing.
Yep. Yeah. So we just went based off of games played. We didn't just go like total seasons on the Broncos. We went with games played. We figured it was a little more fair, I guess. I don't know.
Dwayne Wade was the best pick on Joe's draft.
Because I was trying to figure out why Paxton Lynch counted, but not Cody Latimer. And I was like, why? What? And it has to be that Cody Latimer played special teams.
Yeah.
And
he was on the Broncos back in 14 and 15. Yep.
I almost wanted to extend it to 4 years so we could throw in Manning to make it more like, oh. But
I never would have got it narrowed down to how many years. I knew what the.
I think you got it right. I mean,
I knew what it was, just not the set in stone what it was.
Yeah, you're the closest to getting it right. I'm not going to say you got it right.
I'd give you credit on it if I was a teacher.
I'd give you a C-.
You led me the right direction.
You passed, but you didn't show your work.
There you go. Perfect explanation right there.
And if you would have got more than just Evan Mathis, right?
No, this is it. He passed. He showed his work, but it was the wrong equation, and the teacher was like, "How the fuck did you get?"
But to be fair, with my way of thinking, I would have gotten 3 right as soon as I switched away from basketball players.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know the amount of games. I didn't know the exact number.
I think the number would have been extremely tough to get. That's why I think
you could have said under 2 years.
'Cause
2 seasons.
Because like Cody Latimer and Orlando Franklin, like both for sure gone after the rookie contract. They did not get a second contract with the Broncos. That's what I did the basis off of. Because Orlando Franklin went to the Chargers after his rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody Latimer flamed out because he didn't pay attention to his routes like Peyton Manning wanted.
Well, it was actually after his rookie deal too. He went to the Giants in 18. I didn't know he played with us that long. It's because he only played a handful of games the last couple of years.
But I just didn't know.
No, Franklin played 63 games with you guys. So every game but one.
Yeah. No, I mean he was an all-time starter. I didn't know the amount of years. I was just like, he didn't play past his rookie deal.
I mean, you're definitely the closest. So that I'm glad we were able to get to closer, as opposed to like the first 3 for each of us where neither one of us had any idea what the heck was going on.
I'm gonna be real honest though. I was more frustrated that I was close but didn't get it than I was when I had no freaking clue what was happening.
Well, that's the purpose of this.
So that's the thing I think the more obvious
every week is this right here.
Like I almost suggested us to just do like first round draft picks just in general, Because I know you would have gotten to that point of like their first round draft picks, but
That's what we did to you.
It,
That's what we did to you.
No, you did specific draft order. That is totally different.
They're still first round draft. They're still first round draft picks.
No, we could have thrown any first round draft pick out there. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But that, like you would have gotten to the point like I know they're all first round draft picks. What else is the stipulation? You know, you would have tried to think into it so much more that to where you wouldn't have ended up getting it at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I decided today I was going to pick Dwayne Wade with my first pick. I was just like, I'm going to pick Dwayne Wade. I don't know. I have a third pick. 3 for Wade.
We want to do the same order where me and
next
Joe.
Week's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
We'll
think of something, Joe.
But solid show, boys.
Solid show. Not flaccid at all.
Very much not flaccid. We are super. Whew.
4Hims.com. Not a sponsor yet.
Yet. Is it this? Which one is it? This one? It is. Any last words?
Asta.